Hitting your hits on your radio. It's WGRQ, Grok Rock.
And we're back. I'm your host, Cousin Giovanni. Subject, rock and roll beatdowns, yay or nay. Punk rock supergroup Charlie Murder just had to be revived by paramedics after being beaten to an inch of their collective lives by rival death metal band Grok Rock. We've asked our listeners to call in and enlighten us with their always colorful opinions. Mark, you're on the air with Grok Rock. Mark, what do you think?
So I was sitting in a coffee shop and there stuff.
So can you tell us?
There should be a law about you can't do that anymore because I was trying to.
I'm pretty sure there is a law. Okay, thank you, first caller. You know what? We're talking about Charlie Murder. Let's play some. Here we have Charlie Murder with "When I Save the World." You're listening to WGRQ Rock Rock.
WGRQ Rock.
You know, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I absolutely hate that song, but I figured, hey, tonight, Charlie Murder are getting beaten up by Grok Rock. Great night to do it, great night to play some Charlie Murder. We've got some more listeners on the line, but it turns out there's been a recent development. Grok Rock went from about 95% evil to 100% pure evil. That's right, they've got minions, they've got armies of the dead, they've got it all. It's turning into a real bad night to go out. If you've got anything to do, if you've got any grocery shopping, you may want to wait until tomorrow until they can get it all sorted out. Okay, listeners, calling in. What do we have? Michelle. Michelle thinks that Charlie Murder deserved to get beat up. Michelle, you're on the air with WGRQ. Tell us why.
Okay, well, first of all, you're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say that they deserve to be beat up necessarily.
So you don't actually want to murder Charlie Murder?
I just think celebrities, and especially indie celebrities, have this air about them where they think they're the coolest thing in the world, and they're like the goddess's gift to mankind. I like a lot of their songs, but they're just getting so egotistical,
Yeah, we are talking about the band that gave you "I'm the best thing in the world and you're not."
Guys like them just need a really big wake-up call. And on top of all that, they've squandered every opportunity they've ever had to promote women in punk rock. I really hope they can learn from this situation.
And thank you, Michelle, for the first tacit endorsement of violence against a punk rock group. Okay, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, but then we're gonna be back with more music, more weirdos, and more Grok Rock. Do you like coffee? Come to Proto Coffee. We have all the coffee. Lattes, espressos. It's on Art Street. Proto Coffee. It's marvelous.
You are listening to the top rock station, WGRQ Grok Rock.
Hey listeners, it's your favorite DJ, Cousin Giovanni. Boy, don't you love that commercial? I love that commercial. We are talking Charlie Murder, we're talking Grok Rock, we're talking violence in the streets, we're talking end of days. We're having our listeners call in to let us know what you think about all that stuff going on out there. We've got Max on the air. Max, what do you think?
Yeah, my name is not Max, it's Maximilian.
Terribly sorry, Maximilian. Maximilian, tell us what you think. Violence in the streets, what's up? What do you think?
Well, if you'd stop interrupting me, I would tell you.
Sorry, Max, you're kind of a dick. Next caller.
This isn't about who's right and who's wrong. This is about them and us. This is about the proletariat versus the aristocracy, man. It's about the 99% versus the 1%.
So
I'm telling
think
you,
the Charlie Murder is the 9?
It's all coming down. Tonight, it's all coming down. You have to be there. We're dying out here. We're dying out here.
To skip to the next call. Caller, what's up?
Charlie Murder used to be good. Then they sold out. They're not good anymore.
So aside from who's selling out and who's not selling out, do you think Grok Rock was justified in nearly killing Charlie Murder over a rivalry that's gone on for far too long?
I don't know if they're justified, but they used to be good, and then they sold out.
I think I can see where this one's going. Alright, let's play some more music. This song's about a mall full of zombies. Sounds familiar? Let's do it! WGRQ Grok Rock! Hey, it's your host, Cousin Giovanni. We've been talking Charlie Murder and Grok Rock and some crazy beatdowns. I've been asking all my listeners tonight what they think about all this violence, but now here's a new question. Listeners, you tell me who should win. We're talking cage match, to the death, no holds barred, Charlie Murder, Grok Rock. Let me know. You're on the air, WGRQ, Grok Rock. What do you think?
Dude, Charlie Murder rocks Grok Rock so hard, it's ridiculous. I love it.
You're on the air with Grok Rock.
Yeah, Grok Rock should win, definitely.
You're on the air with Grok Rock. Charlie Murder or Grok Rock? What do you think?
Charlie Murder!
You're on the air with Grok Rock.
Grok Rock is awesome.
You're on the air with Grok Rock. What do you think?
Dude, screw both of those bands. I don't.
You're on the air with Grok Rock. What do you want? Charlie Murder or Gore Quaffer? What do we got?
Charlie Murder!
You're on the air with Grok Rock. What do you want?
Oh crap! I was trying to go on the pizza place.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's hear some tunes. Here's a little track called Turkey Murder. You're listening to 103.5, 103.9 WGRQ Grok Rock.
Welcoming you to the magical musical wonderland, 103.9 Grok Rock.
And we're back. I'm your host, Cousin Giovanni. We've been talking a lot of Charlie Murder, and we're gonna not stop doing that. All right, I've got another caller calling in. Dan, what is your opinion?
Yeah, I don't want to take up too much of your time here, but I think that nobody's dealing with the reality of the Charlie Murder situation, which is that Charlie Murder sold out so long ago, it doesn't matter what happens to them now. They haven't been good for years. You can tell very clearly if you went to any of their early shows, everything was completely different from the last shows. The most recent shows have been really crappy, and you know why? It's because they gave up. They lost the passion. They got the brass ring. That's all they wanted. That was fine. They got their major label deal. If you compare any of that stuff to the first EP, that 5-track EP, that was the only thing that ever mattered. It's the only thing they ever did that ever mattered. And I think it's a shame and a sin that they have fallen so far so fast, and now everybody's defending them. But really, what it's all about is what have you done for us fans lately? You guys have. I mean, let's face it. Charlie Murder sold out a long time ago. People are giving them a pass because they used to like them, because they want to cling to some sort of like outdated nostalgia.
Dan, what's the point? What is your point?
The truth is that music in this country is dying, and it's never been very good. But I mean, what little great things that we had died after Charlie Murder got signed anyway. So what are we now? Now we're living in an entire world full of fantasy, full of like posers standing there looking good. They buy their guitar based on what color it is, not what it sounds like, and they want to look good. And it's more important to have a good stylist than a good songwriter. And instead, we're faded to a world where we're watching reality TV that's telling us what we should like and what kind of records we should buy and what kind of pop idols we should support. And I don't go for any of that stuff. And I think that Charlie Murder is part of the problem.
You know, Dan, I was going to give you about 30 seconds, but this is interesting. Carry on, sir.
If you're not listening to the old stuff on Charlie Murder, then you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, because it was the original EPs that really set them on the pace. And I had a lot of faith for them, and I supported them a lot in the early days and went to all the shows. But if you look at them recently, they haven't been doing anything of value. They haven't been adding anything in the musical community. And this is just what happens. This is what happens when you sell out. When you sell out, you get everything that you deserve, and you get everything that you want. And you should be careful what you want. Be careful about what you think you deserve, because what you're going to get is not necessarily even what you want it to be or what other people want for you, but that's the truth. And I think that if you think about it, you know that that's the truth. So I'm going to keep listening to my same Charlie Murder EP that I've been listening to for years, because the only honest thing that they've ever done as a band in the first place. And I don't really care what happens from now on, because this is inevitable. This is society. This is our entire musical world breaking down, crumbling around you. And this is what we have deserved. This is what we asked for. We wanted them to do this. They wanted it. They got greedy. We got greedy. Everybody is in the same boat now. And the real music died a long time ago, and I think it's pretty absolutely obvious if you just look at it. I don't even have to explain what I'm talking about, because if you know Charlie Murder, I mean, if you really know Charlie Murder, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you have the original EP, then I would say hold on to that, because that's the only honest thing that they've done. And since then, I don't think that we're like anything is really going to matter ever again. And everybody's like, oh, boo-hoo, this has happened. But you know what?
Dan, I do not know what.
This was inevitable, and if you're really seriously a good fan of it, and if you know what you're talking about when it comes to music, and believe me, I know there's a lot of people out there that think they know what they're talking about when it comes to music, but they're not really talking about anything that matters to anybody else but themselves. But if you're not one of these self-centered musical elitist pricks, then you absolutely know that Charlie Murder was over a long time ago. I'm done.
Okay, it sounds like Dan is done. Well, we will come back with some more music after this short word from our sponsors. His whole life, he only dreamed of surfing a big, big wave. I really want to surf a big, big wave. But some dreams are not meant to be.
George, you're allergic to water.
What will one kid do when his dreams are greater than his allergies?
No, don't do it, George.
But I really, really want to.
You'll die.
See how in the end they find out it was all in George's head.
Look, George, you're drinking water.
And I'm not dying at all.
Oh, shit, we just gave away the entire ending.
Take your family to the heartwarming movie event of the year. Allergic to Fear, the George Crimptonson story. Only in 3D.